Hi, this is Sean. Welcome back to the channel, Photoshop Tips, Tricks, and Tutorials. And today we have a question from Mark Laney. He asks, Sean, is it possible to save guide positions to use in another PSD document? Yes, it is. There's actually two ways to do it. The first way, which would be the easier way, is to make a document, X amount of width and height, and drag your guidelines down to where you want them. Okay. Okay. And then save it as a PSD file. So you're really making a template. So you would pull this up every time you need these guideline positions, and then you would embed your image in the document. So that would be like a preset template. Okay. We're going to close this out. And now we're going to do it a different way. We're going to do it a little bit better. And it's quite simple. And if you remember a couple weeks ago, we talked about actions and how to do actions. And we used a black and white sample as the action. Well, guess what? We're going to use actions again today, and we're going to do it in a different purpose. We're going to use it for saving the guideline positions. And we're going to be doing it precisely with percentages. Now, if you notice, of course, you have to have your ruler out. And mine was on inches. I set it to percent because we're going to be using percents. So we're not going to be dragging and dropping our guidelines. We're going to actually have Photoshop. We're going to tell Photoshop precisely where we want the guidelines. And it's going to put them in percentages. That's why I set my ruler up to percentages. And we're going to record it as an action. So we could just replay the action on another image as we normally would on an action. Like I said a couple weeks ago when we did the black and white action. Okay? So how do we do this? Well, we're going to go to Actions. And we're going to start New Action. Okay, we're going to call it Guides. We're going to hit Record. So now we're recording. Okay, so remember, we're in percentages. Now, here's what's going to happen. We're going to go to View. We're going to go to New Guide. Now, this is going to depend on a couple things. This is going to depend on the image that you're working on, and it's also going to depend on the size of the image and where do you want your guides. Where specifically do you want Photoshop to place the guides on your image? So you're going to have to do some math. But in this case, in this instance, we're going to be using percentages of 10 and 90. So we're in horizontal orientation, and we're going to put 10. We don't have to put percent because we're already in percents. We're going to hit OK. There's our first guideline. Now remember, we're recording, so everything is being recorded as an action. We're going to go to View again. We're going to go to New Guide. We're going to go to Keep It Horizontal, but this time we're going to do 90. Okay? Again, View, New Guide. This time we're going to go to Vertical, and we're going to go 10. Okay? One more time. View, New Guide, Vertical, 90. And then we're going to stop the action. We just recorded an action of a guide placement. So no matter what document or image you open, when you play that action, it's going to place those guides in the exact same spot. Let's try it. We have another image open here. We're going to go to Guides and we're going to play it as an action. Now watch. There you go. And that will work with any image or document. So that is how we saved it as an action, and that is how we saved a guide position to use in further PSD files. Thanks for joining us. I'll see you again soon.